have something really special to show you all today. I have an Italianate Victorian, I guess. Victorian is an overall word for this style. It has been lovingly updated in the best possible way. A lot of times when I'm showing houses, I get comments that are like, oh my gosh, all the historical things have been stripped. This one really has been updated, and there's a couple things in here I've literally never seen in a house, and I've been in thousands of homes. Before I go inside, let me show you a little bit about this one. So one of the things that makes something Italianate versus just Victorian, it's really some of the details outside. So you've got a flat facade here, and then you've got the cornices at the top, and very symmetric windows. They hired Bob Buckner, who is a local color consultant. I think he does an amazing job. It's hard to get these like Victorian colors just right. One of the things I love about this home that's really unusual is that you have no houses here on this side, and this is not a lot. So you're gonna get all of that light in there, and you don't have to worry about it ever going away. And once I get inside, I'll show you there's some views as well. I'm really excited to step inside with you. My name is Ruth Christian. I'm with the Christian team. My team and I sold more houses in 2025 and 2026 than any other agent. And we're back here every Monday at 5 p.m. with more videos like this one. Let's go in and take a look. So starting at the door, look at this like beautiful, this is original, right? Just this beautiful glass. And then the door numbers were also painted on with that gold leaf. We've got the living room up here. I don't know if this Victorian fireplace was original or not, but it is a Victorian fireplace, and it's, you know, really goes with the home. You have really high ceilings in these homes. And generally, if these homes haven't been expanded, which this one hasn't, you're getting a lot of the same kind of floor plan. There's a couple of things that have been changed here, which I'll point out to you, but you've got really nice like crown molding with a lot of detail, and then trim that goes around the ceiling, and then of course the medallions. So just a lot of nice little touches. And then, like I mentioned to you, without a house right next door, you not only have a bit of a view on one side, but just all kinds of light. And this is a little bit unusual because the houses in front of us, they're on Sanchez, and these are their backyards. So I think some of the buyers who have come into the house have been worried if this was a lot that something was going to get built on, but it's not a lot, it's someone's backyard. So nothing is ever gonna get built there. You don't have to ever worry about that. And when these sellers were looking to buy, it was really hard for them to find a new home because they kept saying, well, I like this about my home and I like this about my home, but it just wasn't quite big enough. So this is one of the bedrooms. Look at this. This is so fun. It's like little floral design that's been put into the woodwork. I mean, nobody does this kind of work anymore, but back in if I had to guess, this home is probably like 1890, not 1900. So this is gonna be bedroom number one. There's a closet there. I love these built-ins. These, I do not believe are original. They do not look original, but they look great with the home, and I love the little lighting choice that they put at the top. And then a little built-in bench, which is great because it kind of rounds out the seating space in here as well. Okay, let's go see what else. Okay, the best part is there, but first I'll show you the bathroom. So you have one bathroom here. It's a 3-bedroom, 2-bath home. It's 1,950 square feet. You have a tub over shower. They've put marble, this is unusual actually. There's a big slab of marble in here with some subway tiles. Nicely done. And then one more bedroom here. So 2 bedrooms on this level. Good sized room, closet, nothing to write home about, but solid. And then this, I think is unbelievable. I have to believe this is original. But the thing that makes me pause and wonder if it is original is I've literally never seen it before. Like I said, I've been in so many of the homes that look exactly like this on the outside. Maybe not as good of a paint job, but same kind of bones inside. Never seen this. So I'm not sure if this got added later, but it's really cool because there's 4 skylights. So in addition to the light coming from this way, you have light coming all the way down, which is just really nice. And then, just the wainscoting all the way around, just like lots of nice woodwork. And then this was a really nice addition that they made, or change that they made. The sellers actually opened up a wall here They worked with a structural engineer. They had a great team. There's a beam there, and then there's a beam that goes all the way down and ties in to the foundation to open up this kitchen. So this is obviously not original, but everybody wants to have this like open living space. And this house has it with the built-in hood here. This is Ansax tile, as you can see by my sign. The details like really make sense with the home. It's nice to have, you know, a Viking range. They have a Sub-Zero refrigerator here. I love it in this style when, you know, they hide the appliances so that you can just focus on everything feeling a little bit more like furniture versus feeling all the cold steel and everything that you feel in a lot of kitchens. They also did that with the dishwasher and then this farmhouse sink as well. Now this home is priced at $2,895 and it's going to be sold before we publish this video. We don't make videos to sell houses. We just make them to educate you and help you see things. I'm going to get some hate in the comments about like, where's the home going to sell? It's gonna sell near $4 million. Why do people price that way? Well, when I was pricing, I had to look at what else was on the market. And another home that was on the market was on 23rd, which is closer to 24th Street. So arguably a better location. And it was priced at $3 million. And my client is in contract on that home for $4.8 million. So I could not be priced over where they were priced when I came on, or every buyer that was on the market touring those two homes would be like, oh my God, this home is overpriced. So that's kind of what creates this pricing situation. And then a lot of times, like, sellers are penalized for pricing at higher prices. Like, so we had a buyer recently who bought a house and only 2 offers showed up on that house and they were able to win it. But they didn't have to go as far as they expected to go because that house was priced more at value. So I'm standing out here in the backyard. This indoor-outdoor is phenomenal. You walk right out onto a deck. This is a south-facing yard. The sellers have gone to great pains and expense to make it quite beautiful. They worked with a professional landscape architect to build out all of the built-in seating, do all of the tile work, and we'll go down there and take a look at it in a minute. But having this ability to like not only entertain in an open space, but also walk right out onto a deck that walks right out onto a yard is considered very prime. Let's go see what's downstairs. Oh, and this ceiling, I almost missed it. So like, I mean, the 2 different ceiling treatments I think are really interesting. This is a tongue and groove. I think it's cherry. You know, it also just like ties in, I feel like the look is a very cohesive look. Let me know if you think I'm wrong, but I feel like, you know, you've got all of the woodwork. Granted, it's painted, which is gonna help with the house feeling brighter, but then you still have like just a lot of the old world details. And I think they've done a good job with the new lighting that they brought in and everything, and making it feel really cohesive, but updated at the same time. So as we go down here, now this was added by a previous seller in the 80s with permits. So you have laundry down here. This is awesome. So you have this primary suite. This closes off. So I think if, you know, you had one person, let's see if maybe it closes. If you had one person who was working late at night and you want to have an office space, you can close this off. This could be a gym. This could also be a nursery. There's a lot of options for this space. And then you have the primary here. Now, one thing a couple of people asked about at the open house was, this is a queen bed, and they're like, can I fit in a king? And I measured for them, and the answer is no, not with keeping these built-ins. But obviously the built-ins could be reworked, or, you know, the room is large enough for sure to have a king, but currently with the built-ins in place, it does not fit a king. We'll go out in a second, but you do have, well, let's go out now actually. I'll show you the bathroom. They have more Ansax tile in the bathroom. I'll show you that in a minute. But the yard, so you can walk directly out here, and I love a south-facing yard. You've got plenty of sun here, and actually pretty good privacy, really. I mean, those houses are like pretty far away. I've got this tree coverage here, and then you've got like multiple seating places. So you go down here, And I mean, by like the center of the city in San Francisco standards, this is pretty much as private as it gets. I love the stone that they put in here. I just think they did such a nice job. Okay, so then you have a walk-through closet here, closet space on both sides, and then dual vanity, heated floor. So really nice updates. And then some Ansax tile inside of the shower. You also have a walk-in garage, which is important. And this garage is huge. When they bought it, it was marketed as a 2-car garage. I decided to market it as a 1-car garage. I'm gonna open this. Because the storage is here, they added that, and I just felt like I'm always thinking when I'm marketing something, is someone gonna be disappointed or are they gonna be impressed? I'd rather exceed expectations. So I do think you could potentially get 2 cars in here, especially if you took that out. And then if you didn't take that out, it would just depend on the size. You do have a Tesla Powerwall here, which is pretty cool. Only once in my almost 25 years of living here have I heard about the electricity going out in San Francisco. I think it was a couple years ago, or maybe it was actually last winter. The power went out. It was not here, but it was on the north side of the city. So a power wall, basically, there's no solar. So what this does is it like collects power during the night whenever it's cheaper. And then when you want to use it during prime time, you get the cheaper energy. And also, if you have a power outage, it gives you about 24 hours of electricity as a backup. So that's pretty cool. Okay, let's go upstairs and I'll tell you a little bit about the location that we're in. So right now we are on the south side of Noe Valley. I've done so many videos with you all where I've walked all over Noe Valley, so I'll save that for another time. But we're on the south side of Noe. On this side, I'd say historically they sold for a little bit less than things like right by 24th. However, this year we're not really seeing that. You are 1 block off Sanchez Street. I actually walked here from the office. It took me about 10 minutes. It was like a flat walk and lovely. So I'm finding that the nuances with pricing in this particular market in 2026 are a little thrown out the window, and having that proximity to Sanchez Street is super, super desirable. You're still in Noe Valley, you're getting into like basically an entry-level home in Noe, and you also have access to Glen Park really close by, where you'd probably drive over there actually, because I think it's probably a 15-minute walk, because they have a BART, which is really nice. So I think if you wanted to take that BART, you'd probably drive. But you also could walk over to the Mission, which is nice. You have Mitchell's Ice Cream, which is really close by. So it's a great spot and a fantastic home. If you want to see some other videos on close by neighborhoods in Noe, check out this one right here.